Okay, I'm going to show you about my freezer paper method for my stencils. I have on my mat heat transfer mask, so it comes in a roll like this from US Cutter. I think it's 14 inches long or something. But anyway, you can buy it, and all it is the transfer paper that comes usually on a piece of HTV already, but it's by itself. So a lot of the pattern HTV doesn't come with a carrier sheet, so then you could use this, or obviously for this freezer paper. So I've just put a scrap piece of it down on my mat, paper side up, so meaning it's going to be sticky side up, and then now it is on my mat. I'm going to take a piece of freezer paper, obviously the size of your design, and you're going to stick it with the waxed shiny side up on the heat transfer mask. Roll it down pretty good just to make sure that it doesn't lift while it's cutting. Okay, that looks good. So you get that on your mat, and then you run it through your machine, cut your stencil, whatever design you're going to put on your shirt, out of this. So that's that process, and I will come back with the rest of it. Okay, so I have my design cut. I just did my monogram, and I'm just using an old shirt to give you an idea of how to do this. So my heat press is set to 300, which is actually 150, but it's heating. You're going to lay this on your shirt or your project, cover it, and then I press it for about 6 seconds. Loosen that up. And then I pull the carrier sheet. Save that carrier sheet because you can use that again. And then press it for another 8 seconds. Okay. So the shirt is ready to go and ready to bleach. So I will add that in. Okay, so I'm ready to spray. I use 50/50 bleach. This is a bottle from Sally Hansens, and we're just going to go around it lightly. I don't have a lot of sun today, so we're going to see how that goes. Wait until that lightens up a bit. My whole shirt is kind of lifting, not the actual paper. I do actually dab it off in between, but I don't have a paper towel with me today, so I'm gonna see how that does. As you can see, this is the shirt rippling here, but it is not coming up off the shirt. It looks like it's bowing up a little bit, but it is not lifting from the edges. It's still nice and down the way it needs to be. You can already see that needed a little bit more. I'm going to go ahead and spray some of my other areas that I have. We're supposed to get rain, so it's pretty cloudy. Sun's peeking through a little bit. So I'm going to see how this one does, and then I'll come back with my second layer of bleach. Okay, so it's lightened up. It's kind of hard to see from the video, but I'm going to go ahead and give it another spray. Don't mind my rooster. So this is actually the second layer of bleach I'm putting on right now. And like I said in the other one, it does look like it's rippling, but it's really, I'm sure it is the freezer paper, but it's just pulling the shirt up. It's not pulling away from the shirt. so you don't have to worry about it bleeding under, because it's not pulling away from the shirt, it's just pulling the shirt up with it, if that makes any sense whatsoever. I'll give this one more, because I think you said you're doing multiple coats of bleach, so I'll give this one more to show you that my freezer paper is not coming up or, you know, curling up off of my shirt. So I'm going to give it a third coat. I really wouldn't. I think it's lightened up enough, but I just want to go ahead and do it since, like I said, you said you were putting on multiple coats over the freezer paper, so I'm going to give it one more spray. And like I said, I do usually dab in between with a paper towel, but I just didn't bring one outside with me, so it's pretty much soaked as it could be, because I'm not dabbing it. So we'll see what it looks like when I pull up the freezer paper. Okay, so I've already removed some just to make it easier. I'll remove this last one. Just pulls right up. Some people even dunk it in the water first to get the freezer paper wet so they can pull it off, but as you can see, I didn't get it real good in the middle there, but and I did have a few places that it bled, but you know, not bad at all. This was actually after I just took that off, that fell on there. But so yeah, so you can see well, this was just an old junk shirt and it bleached pretty well. But anyway, so that's my process. So I think I already mentioned you have to mirror your project on your mat or on your on Design Space first before you cut it. Doesn't really matter unless you have letters or you know, something that you want in a specific want you a specific way, I guess is what I'm trying to say, sorry. And press it for about 6 seconds, take off the heat transfer mask, press it for another 8 seconds, and then do your bleaching and pull it off. I hope that helps.